Yes, 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 yes. It looks like, as of right now, I'm going to poke the bear a little bit and give you a little bit of a rumor here. Okay, now this is a guy that I've been following on Twitter. He's pretty known. He's known for getting this news correct on certain trades, some rumors throughout the off seasons for the NFL, and he's been right a lot of times. Okay, now the Eagles. It looks like Eagles have a lot of interest in Josh Jacobs from the Las Vegas Raiders. Does this make any sense? I have no idea. And I looked at everything between his contract. I looked at everything between his contract, his stats. I mean, he is a better running back. He just has better statistics than Miles Sanders. That's definite. With obviously from the past few seasons at Josh Jacobs, it's been pretty good. 872 yards last year, 1,065 in 2020, 1,150 in 2019, 9, 12, and 7 touchdowns. Been pretty good years. And I was a big fan of Josh Jacobs coming out of the draft. Unfortunately, as of right now, I don't think a trade is really going to make any sense for me. I mean, you have Miles Sanders that's on a contract year this year. If you trade for Josh Jacobs, it's not going to be cheap because even the statistics for Josh Jacobs are better than Miles Sanders. You're going to have to give something away. And unfortunately, these draft picks that we have, these 2 firsts and that second, are going to designate what we're doing with those picks because of this quarterback situation and what we're doing next year. If we were already set at quarterback, we had these picks, maybe this would make sense, but you're going to trade for Josh Jacobs and pay him with a running back that's already on the roster. I mean, how would Miles Sanders feel? I mean, I don't know if the Eagles would actually do this. So it looks like the Lions and 49ers actually have interest as well. They're not putting Jason Huntley in that 4th running back spot. They're not putting, Kenny Brooks is definitely another option, but he's been kind of a no-show so far. It's kind of early in training camp, so I'm not going to go crazy about it. But it's definitely something to worry about. And for the year, he's only going to cost you $3.7 million. For the year. His basic salary is 2.1. His cap number is 3.7. If he was a free agent and he cost a 3.7 for the year, this would be very easy. But I feel like you need a bigger back in that 4th running back spot. Go get Latavius Murray. Go sign Jordan Howard if Kennedy Brooks, I almost said Brandon Brooks. Kennedy Brooks is not working out for you. Especially Latavius Murray is 32 years old, average over 4 yards a carry last year, over 500 yards with 6 touchdowns. A little bit more on his plate with the Baltimore Ravens last year, but as a number 4 for this team, won't be much on his plate, but for that short yardage back and a guy that can catch passes out of the backfield, get some yak yards, and hit some people with his physicality to get some more yards on top of it, I think would be a perfect pickup for the Philadelphia Eagles, but this to me just makes no sense at all. It just doesn't. And we'll talk more about this later on, but to me, I don't see it happening. I don't really agree with it too much. Secondly, I want to talk about is Trevon Diggs just got burned. I mean, he deactivated his Twitter. It was actually that bad, guys. He deactivated his Twitter account. He got burnt by CD and half of these other receivers. I don't know. I don't think Vasher beat him or anything like that. I don't know if it's some of the other guys that have beaten him during practice, but it was a pretty bad day. He got cooked all day at training camp. And I'm not going to say that Trevon Diggs is a one-year wonder, but I mean, he's one of those cornerbacks. He had 11 picks last year, and he's one of those cornerbacks that he takes chances, he jumps routes, he sacrifices himself to make a big play, and I could definitely respect a corner that does that. But for guys that look like that for 1 year and then look like this, and I know it's just training camp, and I understand he's probably a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but you want to make sure that what happened last year was not because of just the picks that foreshadowed everything or kind of shadowed everything around to what the player he actually is, and hopefully he's not getting exposed for the real player that he is right now, because if that's how he plays, he is going to be in big trouble. The NFC East is going to eat him alive if that's going to be the case. Or the whole league's going to eat him alive on that schedule that they have. So, other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about the Josh Jacobs rumors. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And obviously, the stuff with Trevon Diggs. And that's it. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.